welcome to the final week, which is Safari Week, and today we're going to go for full blown tiger, full orange face, the black stripes, the full shabam. We are going to be a tiger. So I'm going to start off using the white paint first, because I think if we do the orange and then try and do the white parts, it's just not going to happen. So today I am going to use a little sponge for the white part, so I'm just going to dip that in some water and make a little paste in the white paint. And we don't want the paint to be too watery, because otherwise the white paint just won't show up as much. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to start by doing white paint just above the eyebrow. So I'm just going to pat this all over where the eye is, all over like the eyelids and stuff. Just squeezing my sponge into like a nice little point and trying to get the white as bright as possible. And just keep building up that white, and you want to make it up into like a little bit of a point. I'm just going to go all over the eyebrow like so, and then we're just going to do the other side. Again, make sure your white paint isn't too wet, because otherwise it's just not going to show up as well. Really rubbing that in. Can you believe that's the final week? The biggest full face paint we've done all summer. So keep tapping that over. Go right over the eyebrow. Don't really care about being neat. Right, so now that we've got the eyes, what we're going to do is we're going to highlight the centre of the face where the nose would be. So again, taking a little bit of water. I'm going to take that right down the centre of the nose. Get a little bit more white. So we're going to go down the centre of the nose, and when you get to the wide part of your nose, you're going to carry on the white down. And keep building up the white. Look like you've dipped your face in ice cream. Exactly what we want. And then keep going over. Make sure you get underneath the nose. So, going up, and just keep patting. Take a little bit more water. And take it down like we've got a little white beard. Right. So, once you're happy with the white, so now we've done the white, I'm going to start going in with the orange. So I'm going to take the same sponge and just use a different corner. So I'm going to wet that and rub it in to the orange. And we're going to need a lot of this orange. So what we're going to do, start at the top of the forehead. Yes, it's nice and bright. Ooh. And again, not too much water, because you don't want it to run. You want it to stay where we're putting it. You want to be careful you're not going over the white, because otherwise it's just going to blend together and make a light orange. So going round the white part, dabbing it all around the sides of the head and down towards the eyebrow, like so. And keep dipping in a little bit of water, rubbing into the paint. You might want to tie your hair back or clip your hair back when you're doing this. I would advise clipping your hair back. So, just going to dab around the white bit again. And coming down towards the cheeks. I'm going to take more orange. And we're going to come onto the cheeks and underneath the eye. I got so carried away then and I forgot to carry on talking. Right, sorry, I'm getting carried away with myself, getting all excited. So we're going to do the same on this side, and I'm just kind of like fading it down. I'm not doing like the full orange face, I'm just fading it down a little bit down the cheek. And again, be careful not to go over the white, and you want to go up the sides of the nose. And remember, don't go too close to your eyes because we don't want to get paint in your eyes. I'm sure we can make it the final week. So going up along the side of the nose, but be careful not to go down onto the wider part of your nose, because otherwise you'll lose the illusion of having your big white fluffy nose. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the sponge, I'm going to dip it in a bit of the white and then into the orange, and then just do this little centre part here. Just to add a little bit of a highlight in the centre before we start adding our stripes. And then I'm going to go back to the corner with the white paint on and just go over this little area here where the white started to fade a little bit. So don't forget you can back and forth with this. So, and it still builds up that white. Perfect. So I'm going to take a little small paintbrush for this one. You can still use the paintbrushes that come in the kit, but I'm just going to use a small one. So I'm going to take my small little brush, find my mirror, and I'm going to start with the eyes. So we're going to do one big stripe over the top of the white, just to outline it a little bit, and same on the other side. And don't worry about them being even, because I'm sure a tiger's stripes just aren't even, because that would just be impossible and they'd all look the same. And then we're going to do another little one just underneath the eyebrow, like so. And then get a little bit more paint. Don't forget to keep your black paint like a nice little paste. And then same again on this side, so going from the same point, ooh, and going over. So then now I'm going to do the nose. So what you're going to do is do a nice little semicircle and then go around the edges of the nostrils. Just like so, because you want to look like you've got a little button nose. And then what we're going to do is just fill that in. Just using a little brush still. And fill in. And you might have to go over this again, just because obviously we're going over the white paint, so it mixes into like a little bit of a grey colour, but it's okay. And then all underneath, like so. Oh yes, it's coming together. So I'm just going to do the stripes on the top of the forehead. So I'm just adding a little bit more water to the paint, and again trying to keep it more like a paste and not too watery. So I'm going to do one wiggly stripe here, and at the minute I'm just doing them as lines, and then I'll fill them out in a minute once I've got all my lines placed out. I'm going to do a long one coming from the centre of the brow here, a small one here, and another small one here. Now I'm going to fill them out, so I'm taking a little bit more paint and just making some parts of the stripe a little bit thicker than others, just like so. See what I'm doing? So then this one I'll probably make the centre a little bit more thicker and keep the ends thin. This one centre thicker, and I might extend this one down a little bit too. But you can just run with it. Do whatever you feel like, however many stripes you want. You could be a really stripy tiger, you could just have a few. It's completely up to you. Like so. Right, so I'm just going to add a little bit more water to the black. I'm going to add a little stripe here on the top of the cheek. Bring that one down and fill out the centre. Yep. And then similar on the other side, but I might do a little bit smaller because we don't want to be completely symmetrical. So a little bit smaller on that side, yeah. And then I'm going to do 2 big stripes here to frame the mouth. Just like this. Oh, it's coming together, isn't it? Then a tiny bit more water. And another big one here. But I'm just going to flick this one out a little bit further towards the cheek. And again, thickening up the centre and leaving the ends a little bit thinner. And then that way I can just add a little small one here, so it's not as even again. And then another little small one here. Oh, it's coming together. Okay. So adding a bit more water to the black. And then just going to add a few more little stripes. And honestly, add as many as you want. This is your own individual target. It doesn't have to look the exact same as me. Then I'm going to do another big one here. And make the middle thin. I mean thicker. And then just a little small one here. Literally just smidgy. Smidgy. Yes. Now, so I'm just going to do little dots. Just like so. Can you see them? Just like that. And then same on the other side. And you want to make sure your paint's not too runny for this bit, otherwise the dots won't show up as much. So tiny little dots. And again, if you haven't got a smaller brush, just use the end of these brushes. Make little dots. Just like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to paint our top lip black. So for this you want to keep the top lip quite thin. Like that, yes. So as well, I think I'm just going to add a little bit more black into this section here, because it looks a little bit too white, I think. So I'm just going to go back over the line. And then a tiny little, yes, yes, that is more like it. And if you want to add more stripes over your actual eyelid, then feel free to do so. I'm just not doing it because I did an eyeliner tutorial before this. So, and that is the finished tiger look. Do you like it? Do you think it's fun? I think it's quite cute, isn't it? Oh yay, I'm so happy. Right, okay, so that is the final video. Thank you so much to everyone who's took part and played along and recreated. I am made up. I love seeing all your recreations, and I can't wait to see this one because I think this is like the grand finale of them all. But yeah, I can't wait to see, and hope you have fun doing it, and I'll see you on Thursday with all your little recreations. Bye!